Low vibers work for NPCs. NPCs work for programmers. Programmers work for Satan, and Satan works for the energy. Low vibers work for NPCs. NPCs work for programmers. Programmers work for Satan, and Satan works for the energy. The energy. This is very important. In the last video, I was talking about NPCs and low vibers. I'm going over a couple of the characters that we're familiar with in this matrix. I told you that the NPC, they need somebody to worship. They were designed to serve. I know it sounds bad, but in the Bible, when the Bible says that in the end, when we get everything back and we're going to have servants and all of that, people are going to be serving us. We're going to have the power to program the NPCs. This is how they're going to be serving us, because we are the real Illuminati. We are the real Rockefellers, and it just trickled down, the Rothschilds and all of that. They are playing the role of us. So the NPCs, they need somebody to worship, somebody to tell them to work and tell them what to do, and they like that. And then you have the low vibers. These people know exactly what's going on. If they all came together, they could stop it. I mean, they know all of the secrets. They know how to chant. They know exactly what's going on. But they sold all of their damn energy to the system. You hear what I'm saying? They use their powers and their gifts for wickedness, to cast spells on us, for spiritual warfare. A lot of the spiritual warfare is coming from low vibers. These people could have literally used their gifts to help us, but they vibe low. They purposely eat the junk food and the witchcraft food and the pork, and they purposely engage in sexual acts. They know that they vibing low. They knew this before I knew this. So I talked about the NPC and the low viber. In this video, I want to talk about the programmers, the fallen. Now, if I was to tell you how they really look, then you wouldn't even understand. So I got a couple of pictures how they look in a different dimensions and stuff, how they really look. You hear what I'm saying? These are some of the closest pictures that I could find for now of how these fallen angels look. No, they don't look like the Queen of England, and they don't look like Bill Gates, and they naturally they don't look like the Rockefellers and JP Morgan and all of them. This is the third dimensional bodies that they operate in. These things with wings and eyes and different types of shapes and looks, they operate through these people. George Soros, we talking about the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, JP Morgan, the royal family, all of these people, the Saudis, people that own big oil rigs and stuff. These are the programmers. These are the bodies that they use. Right here, these are the ones that manipulate the programs. They don't write no programs. They just manipulate the programs that the Most High wrote. They can't write programs. Some of these programmers are programs themselves. You hear what I'm saying? They can't even operate outside the program that was wrote for them. So they manipulate the existing programs. Nothing is new under the sun. This gang stalking stuff that we talking about, it's not new. It wasn't called gang stalking when it was first created. It wasn't called gang stalking, and it wasn't bad. Somebody asked me a question, because I said, and I still say, that gang stalking was created to be good. And the person asked me, how is gang stalking good? Well, gang stalking was designed before they took the program. It was designed to monitor worlds. Because like I said, the Most High, he have a lot of worlds. And the majority of all of those worlds is filled up with NPCs. It doesn't take a lot of chosen ones to generate a world. You understand what I'm saying? Just imagine you have a PlayStation 5 or Xbox. I'm a PlayStation guy. Just imagine if you got a PlayStation 5, you can put on a game and you can generate that whole video game world. Let's take Sims. It don't take 7, 8, 9 people to play the game of Sims for it to be on. It just takes one real person, which is you, to grab the remote control and dive into that world of Sims. And you generate that whole world. So it's the same thing. And we used to monitor those worlds. That's where you get the monitoring spirits and all of that. Remember that some of us, we was monitoring the women down here. Remember in the Bible, it said that it was some angels and they looked down and they was monitoring the women. And then they came down. We monitored worlds. You ever watched Jupiter Ascending? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, some of these worlds had certain minerals that we needed. Some of them was near certain energy portals and stuff. And the NPCs, they worked for us. We cloned and all of that. We cloned. All of this comes from us. You know, one day I'm cultivating, because I used to cultivate. And there was a time I had 4 by 4 tents, right? 4 foot by 4 tents. I had 4 of them, and each one had a different strain of marijuana. And I will have to control the environment. Like, let's take tent number 1. It'll have to be a different temperature than the other 3 tents. It will have to be a different humidity. It'll have to have the fan blowing in a certain way. This one right here, this second tent, it needed certain nutrients that the other tents didn't need. The light had to be a different type of light. You understand what I'm saying? This other tent was hydro, and it didn't even have soil, so I seen how we have it up in us. I created a mother plant. The majority of all of the marijuana, if not all of the damn marijuana, inside of these dispensaries is from clones. So I learned how to clone. I know how cloning and all of this stuff that people consider bad, I know how it benefited us because we created this shit. They just stole it from us. I'm talking about the programmers. I know that. But I'm answering this question. How is gang stalking? How is gang stalking good? I mean, people is getting tortured and all of that. How is it good? Look, when we used to go to these worlds, we used to put this NPC with that NPC. We had NPC breeding programs and all of that. Adam and Eve was about cloning and breeding, man. The people outside of the garden that Cain went to. Remember, he got kicked out the garden and he found his wife. Those was NPCs. The world was always filled with NPCs, and they still is. Some of the NPCs look like humans. Some of them look like roach NPCs, dog NPCs, whatever. So this is how Gangstalking was good at first. Just like cocaine. Cocaine is applied to certain areas of the body, like the nose, the mouth, or the throat, to cause loss or of feeling or numbness. So cocaine was designed like Novocaine. I can imagine 1,000 years ago when people had a toothache or their tonsils was swollen, then they chew cocaine, and then it'll numb it. But crack cocaine is when they took over it, just like Gangstalking. The Gangstalking you see today is the crack cocaine. Let's talk about, I'm going to get back to the programmers, man. Let's talk about tobacco. You feel what I'm saying? Tobacco leaves are applied, was applied to cuts to stop bleeding. You feel what I'm saying? Tobacco smoke is sometimes blown into the ear to treat earaches. I'm not talking about cigarettes and cigars. I'm talking about real tobacco. We're talking about Gangstalking, right? The Gangstalking that you see today is like a cigarette. But understand that this program was designed just like pure tobacco. I mean, I can talk about cocoa, how it lowers your blood pressure and everything, but let's get back to these damn these people that manipulate the programs. Look at this. This totally messed me up. I knew that something was going on back in the days when I seen Vin Rames like this in Holiday Hearts. In 1 year, he was looking like this. And then in the next year, he was looking like this. They know what they're doing. This gets to your subconscious. That's why they always recycle the actors and stuff. This is what these programmers do, man. They do stuff like that. They will make the big, this is the same buck breaking program. Instead of in the middle of a plantation in front of everybody, it's on the screen. You know what I'm saying? And it was also buck breaking for Tyrese because he got beat up. Understand that Tyrese got beat up by him in your subconscious, where it really matters. Tyrese got beat up by him. You hear what I'm saying? Look, check this out. Why would they make a guy like Lil Nas X, who's not even like this? He's not like this. These parasites, they make them like this to push agendas, to push this program. Look, they couldn't even go out there and get a person that's really like this because the ritual wouldn't be complete. They have to have somebody that don't even agree with this. It already came out that Lil Nas X, he's not like this really. But they get somebody, not only do they do this, they do it with somebody who really not like this. See, he's a manifester, right? And they use his energy. This is a low viber right here. They use his energy right here. He casting spells. He's pushing it out. He is. You feeling what I'm saying? He pushing it out. They're using him to use his manifesting gifts to push out this. And he not even like this. They write the programs and it sink into our subconscious. These are the fallen angels. These are the ones who was supposed to be looking over certain programs. Like I said, some of them are programs themselves. On the third dimension, they look like this. You hear what I'm saying? Mr. Burns, if you really want to know how they act, Mr. Burns. Mr. Burns is one of them. 100% programmer. They own big things. They own the things that make a difference, like the nuclear plant. They own things like the damn airport. You hear what I'm saying? They own everything. But this is not how they look. You see, this is a big form. You will have to watch Jupiter Ascending to understand. They turned it all on us. This used to be our form. We used to have these NPCs mining for gold, man, and everything. Do you think that we was building the pyramids and all of that, or was we sitting back watching the NPCs do it? This is how they really look right here. In your dreams, in your meditations, in the mist, this is how they really look. You hear what I'm saying? They just use these guys. They just use these guys' bodies. You hear what I'm saying? They just use their bodies, ugly as bodies. Parasites, real parasites, man. Programs, gone rogue or whatever. You hear what I'm saying? And we be seeing the programs, but we so dumbed down that we don't even realize it's a program. Like the Little Nas X. You feel what I'm saying? The Vin Rains with the Holiday Heart. Holiday Heart came out. When did Holiday Hearts come out? Holiday Hearts came out. Man, when did this? In the year 2000. Holiday Hearts came out in 2000, and Baby Boy came out some months later. You hear what I'm saying? So you damn confusing my brain. Is this dude a big buff dude from Hoover's? Or is he this guy that's like a ugly ass Patti LaBelle? Ugh, I bet his peach cobbler is a nasty. Don't Patti LaBelle make peach cobblers and stuff and apple pies and all that shit? Look, check this out, man. This got on my damn nerves right here. This guy. I seen it. On me in the Hellcat. Let's look at this real quick. This is what these damn programmers do to us. This is how they make us lust for their glamour. Now, this guy pops up on the scene right before the Rona, right? About 2019. And I'm working a job. I'm cool. I'm making a paycheck. I'm paying my rent. And all of a sudden, he hopped on the scene. But it wasn't inspiration when I seen him. It wasn't like I was inspired. It made me feel like I wasn't doing enough. So I already knew that this was their witchcraft. This guy right here is their witchcraft. This is ridiculously unnecessary. And then I looked. And then I was hooked. I was hooked on Omi and the Hellcat. Now, my plumbing teacher, my plumbing instructor, and a lot of plumbers, and especially truck drivers that I seen, I was inspired. I was inspired. A truck driver can be rich. And a plumber, man. You hear what I'm saying? They be having them damn toys, and a lot of them be fat, just like this dude, right? I'm talking about plumbers and truck drivers. But when I get the inspiration from a plumber or a truck driver or anybody that's making their money righteously, then it's a different. I have patience, and the delayed gratification energy come, and I just want to hustle and make it good. But when I seen this guy, this inspiration was demonic. It was greedy. It made me want to start selling drugs again. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't satisfied with the stuff that I had. I immediately hated my job. I was like, I'm not even making enough. And then it dawned on me, man, this dude works for the NPCs, who work for the programmers, who work for Satan, who works for that energy. That energy. You hear what I'm saying? Come to find out, he gets all of his damn money illegally. Now, and I'm pretty sure he got some business deals and all of that type of stuff. But the bulk of everything he have came illegally. Now, you mean to tell me that this guy, right here is smart as hell? Look at his big head. And inside of that big head is a big brain. So you mean to tell me that this big brain genius, Omi in the Hellcat, is a genius, man? That's another reason that I liked him. Because he actually is a genius, man. He the big homie to a lot of guys. He blew up overnight. But you mean to tell me that this guy right here, he make all of that illegal money and buy all of these damn cars and show off, buy this big house, this big chain. I remember the day I was on the treadmill because I used to go to LA Fitness up in Phoenix, and he used to motivate me in the morning. I mean, I was about to hop up in the game. I was about to quit my job, everything got saved and all of that, and I was about to turn it over into something else just to keep up with this. I wanted this. See, this is how the programmers get us. He worked for the NPCs and the NPCs worked for the programmers. When you watch his video, you see that he around a lot of NPCs. I was like, oh man, he being paid. This isn't even his. All of these damn cars ain't his. Why you think he was so comfortable with showing us all of this material stuff? Like I said, this is ridiculously unnecessary, and he knew exactly what he was doing. And then they take it all away because it never was his. He even said there was cars that he never even drove. You hear what I'm saying? There was cars he never even drove. It still got the paper from the lot up in there. This was a scam, man. This was a scam. This was a scam to make people sink back into the third dimension right before they hit us with the Rona, man. And after that, he disappeared. Everything got taken from him. And he's getting out in next month. Omi and the Hellcat is getting out next month. All of this was fake. Brought to you by the programmers. You hear what I'm saying? All of this is fake. Brought to you by the programmers. Omi and the Hellcat. This is just one of them. This is just one of their programs. This is one of the guys that they use. This is a low viber. He's a low viber. Remember I told you that a low viber is a person that know all of the secrets. He know all of the secrets. He know it. But he rather dedicate all of his energy. He's a master manifester too. He rather dedicate all of his energy to this damn system. You hear what I'm saying? They don't mind, these low vibers, they don't mind going to jail for 2-3 years, just like Michael Jackson, doctor went to jail for a couple of years. They don't care. They don't even look at time like that. You hear what I'm saying? A lot of them know their family is going to be taken care of and all of that stuff. They come out, they push the agenda, just like Big Meech. Just like Big Meech, it's the same thing. These people are paid by the programmers. You understand what I'm saying? Let me talk about this guy real quick. This is the opposite. They say that the Most High, he could turn bad into good, just like Satan can turn good into bad. When I first seen Charleston White, I didn't like him. But then as I started listening to him, really listening to him, forget all of the character, forget all of the funny stuff, I seen that he's something by the Most High. I tell you somebody else did something by the Most High, and you ain't gonna even believe me. The Most High work in mysterious ways, man. Tekashi 6ix9ine was something by the Most High. Between Charleston White and Tekashi 6ix9ine, gangbanging is a joke. And the gangbanging content creators from LA, they are all like Wendy Williams, Oprah Winfrey, Sally Jesse Raphael, all throughout the hood. Sally Jesse Raphael, Donahue, Montel Jordan, Montel Williams. The hell the bald-headed dude name is. It's because of Charleston White and Tekashi 6ix9ine. It started when Nipsey Hussle got killed. You see, because Nipsey Hussle was the gangbanging guy. He took the energy from Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was supposed to be set. Let me show you something, man. This is what they be doing, man. Let me tell you something real quick. Who is set? Set, not set. Okay. You know how people be like, hey man, what set you from? What set you from? You feel what I'm saying? Let's see. Like that dog face, huh? Snoop Dogg and Dog, the king of the gangbanging. You noticed how Nipsey Hussle kind of looked at like he kind of favored Snoop Dogg too. Set was a powerful god associated with chaos, just like gangbangers, storms, war, just like gangbanging. You feel what I'm saying? So Set is over gangbanging. What set you from? What set you from, fool? Why did I even say that? Oh, I said that gangbanging is dead. Gangbanging is a joke. The energy of gangbanging is coming to the chosen ones. I'm telling you, we getting all this damn energy. The whole energy of gangbanging has went to the chosen. I'm not talking about the sagging your pants and all of that. I'm talking about the real essence of what gangbanging was supposed to be back in the days with Raymond Washington and Tookie Williams and people like that. I'm not talking about this new age stupid gang banging. I'm talking about we getting the energy from the real ancestors. That's what I'm saying. And that fake gang banging, it ended with these two guys. Right after Nipsey Hussle died. Charleston White made gang banging a joke. He talked about anybody he wanted to. He said whatever he wanted to say whenever he wanted to say it. And still to this day, nobody ain't did nothing. That took a lot of energy. Man, that took the boogeyman mask off of gang banging. Charleston White snatched the boogeyman mask off of gang banging and he got rich for it. That's something, man. Like I said, look on the internet. All of the gangbangers, especially the ones from LA, I'm talking about real gangbangers. They like some damn talk show hosts. They like Jerry Springer now. You know what I'm saying? They tell you all of the information. I remember when I was young gangbanging, I'm supposed to be talking about the damn programmers, huh? Well, I'm talking about how damn God programmed something too, because God is the master programmer, and he's using Charleston White and people like Tekashi 6ix9ine. He uses the strange things, man. Once Tekashi 6ix9ine hopped on the scene and he told on them Bloods, and he was able to come back and rap and make videos and say, aha, and break the internet, and nobody did nothing serious or nothing like that. And the youth accepted him, and he was able to get away with all of that. Man, that was another dent in gangbanging. The gangbanging that people was afraid of in the late 90s and the early 2000s and stuff like that is a damn joke because of these two guys. Let's get back to these programmers, man. They lost all their power. They lost all their power because in the spiritual realm, these things are getting judged. You hear what I'm saying? Some of the powerful ones that was running the show years ago, they not here no more. They just not going to tell you that. That's why the Pope is gone. That's why the Queen is gone. That's why all of them are leaving. Because the things that was filling them up, these entities that was filling them up, they being judged. We getting it back, man. I know I said a lot up in this video. I hopped all over the place. Remember that this AI, it can't mimic the natural chaos that we have up in us. If it's designed to go left, then it goes left. I mean, we could go left and then go right, then go up and down and all around, and it'll just get confused. That's my style, man. Like the drunken master. You never know, right? This is just like Jupiter ascending. The people on Jupiter ascending, like this guy right here, he represents a programmer. And all of the people that's in the higher on this planet, was that a planet they was on? Wherever they was on, these are the programmers. Jupiter is actually the chosen one. I'm gonna make a video about the chosen ones next. But Jupiter is the chosen one. Like I said, a world doesn't need a lot of chosen ones to generate it. That's why the chosen is few. In all of the planets and worlds, there's going to be a few chosen. And this isn't even our only look right here. Right here, this isn't even our only look. 10 fingers and toes and 2 eyes. And, you know, the Most High. Watch, we're about to learn so much. So much we're about to learn. You hear what I'm saying? So let me go over it one more time. The NPCs, They was designed by the Most High. They the Oompa Loompas. They need work. Whistle while you work. They need a leader, and they like that. And they really, really like working and mining for gold and things like that. You know, and then you got the low vibers. The low vibers, they're not NPCs. They're actually real people. Like Omi and the Hellcat is a real guy. Like he could literally be a master manifester working for the Most High, manifesting, bringing people to vibe and high and stuff like that. But he'd rather send off that glamour demon, and he's just one of them. You hear what I'm saying? The low vibers. A lot of spiritual people in the church is low vibers. They know exactly what's going on, but they're not going to tell it. And then you have the programmers. These programmers are the cancers that's running the programs. Understand that all of the programs that exist, the Most High created them. They don't create the programs because some of these damn things are programs themselves. And they do things like, they know things like how to get inside the subconscious, and they know how to mess with us by making people like Vin Rames. This is just one of them. I'm using Vin Rames. I can use a lot of examples, man, of this. This is just one because he's the biggest and the freaking ugliest. I can use Will Smith. I can use all of these people that did the same ritual. Look at this dude, man, right here. Look at this dude. You know, I hate this damn movie. I watched this movie one time. I tried to watch it. I just couldn't get over the fact that this nigga is so damn ugly in this movie. The crying, the faces, like I just don't like it, man. And then you turn around and you got Tyrese up in the headlock, licking his mama and stuff. It gets to your mind, man. And these are the damn bastards that do it. These are the ones that do it. This same program that they're using this turning Van Rames into an ugly ass Patti LaBelle. This same program that they're using was actually designed for good. We supposed to use it to program people to be superheroes, not super zeros. All praises to, oh my God, that dude is so damn weird looking. All praises to the Most High. Thank you to everybody that like, comment, share, and subscribe. I see it. God see it. Blessings to you in your situations. Peace.